no. Hello, welcome to the Honest Wargamer. I'm your host, Rob, and I'm joined by... Oh, for God's sakes. Start again. Right. Okay. Fucking Christ. Hello, welcome to the Honest Wargamer. I'm your host, Rob, and today it's Monday, and I'm joined by Mr. Nathan Prescott.
Hello.
Welcome to the show. If you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, there's now sound. And also, if you're listening to the podcast, this is the next recording. Nathan, did you happen to listen to the interview I did with Laurie Hugbit-Wiggett about Sylvaneth the other day?
No. Did he smash it with his sticks?
He's a really fucking clever fella. I'd love to have him on the show again, if I'm honest. I really enjoyed that. Yes, and if you listen to the podcast, thank you very much. Obviously, Patreon and Twitch. Now, Patreon guys have got every reason to be a bit annoyed with me at the minute. There's not been anything on Patreon for like the past month and a half. That's fine, because you know what the Patreon money has been going on. Like, they can't know. Even my elite Patreons can't know the secret that is being worked on.
Oh, yeah.
You know about this secret project, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
It is very secret and pretty exciting. But if you guys are listening, I'd like to tell you, but I can't. We can't trust because Games Workshop will probably try to steal our ideas because
they're so good.
No, they're not. That's why they steal our ideas.
No, I mean, our ideas are good.
Oh, our ideas are good. Yeah, our ideas are great. So we're back. We're going to be talking Age of Sigmar. So. Little update. Altboy Phil, JPEG, OJ, Dasmore, Eyeglasses, Metal Gear Bear, Oscars, you gorgeous, gorgeous man. Welcome to the show. Jonathan's not here this week because Jonathan is really ill.
He's been eating the bad mushrooms,
and
man.
Interestingly, he's been eating bad mushrooms. Nathan. I'm going to get real comfy. Let's get real comfy.
That does not look comfortable. What's going on?
Nathan.
It looks a little ominous. Yeah?
Nathan.
What's up?
Have you heard the news?
The news?
Yeah, about them fucking dirty green grots.
Oh, man. Have you seen there's a bad moon rising?
I have seen that, yeah, there's a bad moon rising. And not talking about when you and me go flashing, yeah, every Thursday night, yeah. So, or whatever it's called, like the advertising department of Games Workshop, did like, they told us there's a Moon Clan book coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. In not as that many words, but yes, they did.
Yeah.
I just showed a moon and some mushrooms and some possibly spear-shaped mushrooms. I mean, mushroom-shaped speary type things. So, yeah.
So, are you excited?
Yes, always.
Yeah, but you're excited for this.
Oh, yes.
Ooh.
Yeah, because it just said the next battle tome that's coming. Destruction Rises.
Yeah.
And then Bad Moon. What looks like spores and some mushrooms.
Brilliant.
So.
Best fucking rise as well.
Yeah.
Destruction's getting their ass kicked at every competitive event at the minute. There's just a bunch of really sad green fellas at the bottom tables like, oh, we ain't got spooky ghosts. So, yeah, fuck yeah. I couldn't be more hype. I could be more hype about Age of Sigmar at the minute, as you know. So, you'll quickly realise that me and Nathan have got almost no fucking plan for today. But that's because I was working, Nathan just seen, really hard on our weekly stats video. So I've been doing that for most of the day. And yesterday, I was setting it up so it could be done really quickly every week. And then I fucked it because After Effects wants to stab me. So after this show, I'll be doing more of that. Hi, Alfie, Greco, Ortboy. So I messed that up a little bit. So I've got more work to do on that later tonight. So this is going to be a free thought project. This is like a word jam. Yeah?
A word jam.
This is like a word jam. An Age of Sigmar word jam. And also Jonathan's not here. But so I don't really want to do anything about Jonathan because I love him. Nate, follow up. Moon Clan. I'm so excited.
Yeah. Just can't find it.
And this isn't like people send me advanced copies excited. This isn't like everything's awesome excited. This is, I genuinely love fucking Warhammer, and there's little nasty green fuckers are going to be running around. Yeah, maybe there's going to be squigs. Nathan, let's just guess what type of squigs are they going to be? Giant flying squigs?
There will be, well, there's at least one flying squig, and so there should be more than one flying squig. There's squigs that look like mushrooms and stalactites and stalagmites.
How do you know that?
They're in that Shadespire warband thing.
Oh yeah, that Troggoth is that out yet? That Troggoth?
No, it's coming sometime.
I'm getting that as soon as it comes out. That Troggoth is the most sweetest of all Troggoths I've ever seen, apart from obviously the Troll Hag Princess. Yeah, and there's obviously the Squidgian.
Yeah, the bat squig.
The bat squig.
Quick, put the signal up.
Bat squig! Summon the bat squig! Desmond says, finally I get my Moon Clan Battletome, worth all the model floggers advertising department is the correct euphemism for the community team. I think that's what they are.
The bloody Moon Clan WhatsApp chat has been growing exponentially.
I know. And it's been such a wicked place. So most people won't know this, but there's a lot in Age of Sigmar. A lot of people make WhatsApp groups a lot, and then there's one for every faction. Basically, I mean there are like 13 different Stormcast ones, but who gives a fuck about them? Yeah. Let's be real. And if you're listening, and you're a big Stormcast fan, that's fine. Everyone's got a flaw. Yeah, but the Moon Clan one, Nathan, you created it, right?
Well, I created one. There might be more than one.
Yeah, but you created the main one. Yeah, you did. You created the main one, and most of these WhatsApp groups there's like an overlord or someone who's an admin. So when everyone joined the Moon Clan one, Nathan just made everyone an admin. Yeah, just a horde of gits. And then you see it's the most trolly of all of the WhatsApp groups that I'm in. Have you seen what they've done today?
Yeah. They were just dropping out of other chats and doing...
No, they were posting a picture of a grot, saying grots forever, and then leaving WhatsApp groups. But doing it individually, like a grot bomb. They were like, here's a picture of a grot, grots forever, leave group. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Flukesy, send me a message, Flukesy. I need to get Flukesy into the Legion of Asgore chat. The Legion of Asgore chat this weekend, because of Blood and Glory, was on fire. Yeah. All three of us firing messages at each other like you wouldn't believe.
There were a couple of Legion players there, weren't there?
Two Legion of Asgore players this weekend. There was
Dan, was there? Wasn't
there was All Pleasant Plastic Dan, yeah, Mr. Excitable Kid himself, love him to pieces.
Danger Mouse fella.
Danger Mouse with a 100% concept army, yeah, but looked wicked, and and he was just, and he seems excited about the Legion, so that's brilliant.
Was he in that WhatsApp group? No.
Yeah, he's in that WhatsApp
Was
group.
he?
Yeah, we've been chatting away. He's been throwing balls at people. So he's been doing the
Beastman thing.
The Beastman, yeah, the Bale Taurus, the Fire Taurus, and throwing that at people, then charging after with some Bull Centaurs, and he's taken like 12 Kadai. And then me and Andy have been talking. So Andy played at the weekend. He took 2 units, 12 Kadai. He's decided to drop Scarblood Wrath, and then we've been experimenting with what to take. Nathan, get ready to get your fucking balls out. I know you're already excited about goblins, but get ready for this. What if I told you that I think the next Legion of Asgore army I'm going to run is going to be 80 dwarves with guns and another 30 dwarves with shields and sticks?
Oh, it's going for the dudes.
The dudes.
The dudes are back in town. Cool.
Imagine how many dudes that would be.
Are you going to use the battalion thing, or are you just going to have dudes?
No, the battalion's rubbish. No, it's going to have dudes. It's going to have dudes. Because it's like, shields to stop the Alpha Strike, shooting just all day, AE 5-glaive shots. It's just gross. 12 Kadai still, 2 Bull Centaur Taurox.
Tanks.
No, just fucking smash face, just flank clearers. It's like a mini monster. 280 points. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. We're talking about this. Yeah, no one wants to talk about the Legion of Asgore army, even though technically I'm the best Legion of Asgore player in the world. Just hashtag saying. Fuck you, Andy. Fuck you, wherever you are. Although, big shout out to Andy Hughes, the other co-conspirator in our Legion of Asgore-ness. Yeah, we're just having a great time. And also Flukes a lot, the original OG.
The original OG.
Legion of Asgore player. So I just want to see what the guys in the chat are saying. I hate whatever changed Twitch notifications because I was missed at the end of the show. Well, yeah, they did that. We probably should make like, I think we're going to make a thing.
Like a signal that you shine on the clouds.
A bat squig! Yeah, but I think that's the next stage. You can do a sign up thing, and then we send you a notification. But I wonder if there's a Thunderscorn one, says Old Boy Phil. Yeah, there's a Beast of Chaos one. Don't worry. Ted Dwardin says, Eldritch Council chat is just me. Hi, Pete. Hi, Pete. WS10 Pete in the house. Lofthammer, evening, Dasmore, hi. It'll be like Pyrogrots now instead of... Wait, what if it's Pyrogrots, Nate?
Oh, the Scuttlebutt Grots.
Yeah.
That'd be cool, but no. It's Moonclan.
Oh, it is Moonclan. Mark Wildman, the organiser of the medium-ist Age of Sigmar event. Mark Wildman, I thought there was meant to be 200 players. It's false advertising. What was that? You butthole. Although Mark Wildman took my job. One of the things I want to do in the future is obviously be the Age of Sigmar event DJ. And I think he was DJing at Blood and Glory at the weekend.
Blood and Glory.
Also, a big shout out to John, who had a kid this weekend.
Well done.
Mainly his wife, yeah, to be honest. But he probably was there. Probably. Yeah. Maybe not.
Must have helped.
What about Romper Stomper? Fluxy jumped ship. I know he did. Fluxy took the giant corn dragon this weekend.
Oh,
did you see?
No, I saw quite a few of them made it to, what's that? Agom. There's a cool tournament they have up in the north somewhere.
Oh, yeah, big shout out to the Northern Invasion lads. Those guys are
that's
killer.
even further north.
But okay.
Yeah. Somewhere north of England they have an Agom tournament. Paul Whitehead and all of those lads love going to that thing.
Oh, really?
They tend to take a lot of monsters and stuff. I think there were 2 of those corn dragons there, at least.
Really? This weekend?
Yeah.
We should fucking go to that. Fuck Nighthorn, a Legion of the Gash. Most fucking, what a surprise.
Dragons.
Dave, we're jumping subjects a lot, and I want to go back to,
dissing Mark Wildman.
Yeah, I want to go back to dissing Mark Wildman in a bit. Also, Mark Wildman, I don't know. I'm just going to publicly say it. I don't know why you don't just come on the show all the time. Every Monday, talk Age of Sigmar with me and Nate. You know you want to, yeah? He wants to, yeah? I don't want to, but he does want to. Yeah, let's peer pressure him again. Remember that last time we did? But now every Monday. I can't commit to every Monday. Shut up. What do you do? Fucking Grinder can't take that much time out of your day. Right, so what were we saying? I just missed you, Dave. I still talked to you about loads of stuff. What you been doing? Have you been doing any Warhammer?
Yeah,
I've been alone all day, by the way, so.
I've been, so I've got quite a few Moonclan grots, and, so I've been making sure I've got at least 60 of each type of those lads.
Of the grots?
Yeah, so of the basic infantry. So I've been making sure I've got enough bows and arrows and spears and stabbers. I've got a few. For
whatever might happen.
Yeah. So, and then I've got a few conversions that I was looking at, so I've got too many of them now.
You have too many Moonclan grots?
Yeah.
How many Moonclan grots do you got?
I've probably got at least, a couple of hundred of the infantry, I reckon.
That's good.
More than.
Yeah,
because I will have more than, because that doesn't include the netters and the command sets. So yeah, quite a few.
You have, and you've got loads of shamans.
I have got loads of shamans.
You've got some Troggoths.
Got all the different types of shamans.
And all the Troggoths. And Squid Hoppers.
No, I've not got all the Troggoths.
So let's just stick on this subject for a minute, because we can talk about Blood and Glory in a minute, but quick TLDR. What happened was, a bunch of guys spent 1 command point, and they got 400 points worth of models back, continuously, every turn. And then, unsurprisingly, they won a tournament. Well done, lads. Skills. Must have been tough work. You have to roll a dice. No, I just spend a command point. And that's not fair. Because they also could generate and heal units back up. And they got the ability to use all the realm spells as well. So it wasn't only the free 400 point unit for a command point gimmick. They also had abusive magical powers as well. So I don't want anyone to think that I'm just kicking them because they use that 1 command point for 400 points. That would have taken some serious skill.
Yeah. No, I think Death are super strong. Like when we were talking about Bruce Kane and Death the other day, we were saying that Death should be daughters of Kane.
They should, yes.
But they need to stop being pussies. So
well, interestingly,
a few of them have
the Daughters of Kane armies ended up playing each other often. So there were some mirror matches where obviously one of them had to lose, right?
Yeah.
But I think, Death should win because they've got no range on the... you have to kill the general in the Legion and the Gash army, otherwise they're just going to recycle those units.
Yeah.
So. Which is hard. Yeah. All right, and I talked about this earlier. We'll talk about it in a bit, maybe shooting. I want to talk about Grots first. Let's get away from the command point tournament. Yeah. Wait, let's see what the guys in the chat are saying. Speckles is here, and he's saying that his favourite TV show is the TV show Chuck. If anyone's ever watched TV, it's not been the TV show Chuck, because it sucks. Kill the general. People always forget that summoning is only the general. Yes, that is the secret to the Legions of the Gash Army. You've got to kill the general, but you do have to go past definitely at least one unit of 30 Gungash Reapers.
Yeah.
And potentially a Vampire Lord and Zombie Dragon, or Nagash, or Arcane the Black, plus the Realm spells. It's a ton of stuff to get past. And then one of them might be the general. With your Moon Clan, what would you do? How would you get to the general?
Well, so at the present, at the moment with Moon Clan, we probably wouldn't be trying to kill the units anyway. So I think Donal had a game against a Death Army, and
you just refused to fight it.
Yeah, at the end of come the end of the game, both sides had 0 victory points, but the goblins had all the gold. So that's the way you beat them. With Moon Clan.
I don't know if you noticed today, but when that video you just watched, I don't know if you noticed, but I put the win percentage as gold because obviously they've got all the gold.
Yeah.
That was just an ode to you, my young friend. Hi, hello Bruce, how are you? Hi Silo Wang, hi Tai winning. Chuckleberry says so surely. Hi Chuckleberry. KO should be winning against Legion of the Gash, right? All that shooting, take out the general. Carriage Overlords, and then whittle the rest away. Probably, maybe, I don't know. So everyone wants to talk about the tournament. I just want to talk about fucking grots now. I want to know if there are going to be grot badges. Yeah, there are going to be grot houses. There's got to be grot scenery. So number one, definitely there'll be endless spells. Are you excited?
Yeah. That'll be sweet.
That will be sweet.
Bad Moon or something. I really hope to bring Itchy Nuisance back. That was my favourite spell.
Your favouriteest of all the spells? Why was it your favourite?
From the old days. Just loved casting Itchy Nuisance and just annoying people because it was cast so low and then they didn't want to waste dice on trying to stop it or use Dispel Scroll. So normally it would go, they'd let it through and then it would just like mess with them. And it was really good with the Moon Clan Shamans, because you'd get the extra spell, you'd have an extra dice from eating your mushrooms, so it was great. I mean, yeah, I loved Night Goblin Magic. Was pretty mental. It was
fun.
Yeah.
It was fun. I want there to be some big monsters. I want them to have some heavy cavalry. Troggoths riding giant squigs. I'm calling it now. I don't know if that's even a thing. And do you know what's most exciting? Is I don't know what the models are. I've got no clue. Yeah? I've never been so fucking excited in my whole life. Yeah? I'm going to be like, woohoo! Obviously, I won't go on the Warhammer community site. I'll just wait for someone to put it on Twitter. But I'll be like so thrilled. I'll be like, come on. Come on. I want there to be Troggoths. I want there to be giant wizards. I want there to be, obviously, mushroom scenery.
Yeah, be interesting to see what scenery, because they've got a few options. Obviously, mushrooms, maybe moon shards or something, or like idols or shrines or something like that. So who knows? Who knows what it's gonna be? Squig.
Yeah, but what do you want it to be? This is the time.
I want it to be squig dung heaps.
They can be the objective markers. Oscars wants a goblin war boss on a megalodon squig. That would also be fun. I want a giant monster, but a tiny squig, a tiny grot, on top, being in charge. That would be awesome. All right, okay. I think that's enough mooning over the Moon Clan.
Yeah.
But they're going to have so much stuff.
Yeah, I think, well, obviously there's quite a bit of stuff that's resin on the squig side. So there's the manglers and the squigs themselves are either resin or metal, the squig hoppers.
The squig hoppers will probably go, won't they?
So you're looking at probably some of that stuff and hopefully some new units. I mean, there's no war boss as well that's plastic. They're all metal and flying
Some new
cars.
war bosses.
Hopefully a new war boss.
Well, what if it's war boss with like loads of different weapon options? That's really fun.
Yeah.
Also, like
at the moment, the Moon Clan war boss has got loads of different weapon options. He's probably got more different weapon options than most dudes.
Yeah, because there's like 30 different models. There's only the only model that there's more of for so there's the Grot War Boss.
Yeah.
A lot of models that are a Grot War Boss, apart from Empire Captains.
Oh yeah,
Holy
Forge
fuck!
World stuff.
Yeah, if you take the Forge World stuff and the stuff made by Games Workshop, there's literally like 18 different sculpts for an Empire Captain.
Yeah.
No different stats.
Different weapon.
No
options.
different weapons.
No, because like the Moon Clan war boss, so he's supposed to go on I think it's a 32 mil now, but at one stage it was a 25. But you got the Skarsnik model with Gobbler next to him. It's like a massive model. There's no ways you're going to fit that on a 32 or a 25.
No.
So he's the one option. So
didn't every Moon Clan player in the world just put him on an oval and just ignore Games Workshop?
Yeah, well, that's the way it was at the beginning. So who knows, like what it is now? When like at Blood and Glory, I don't know if anybody took the Skarsnik model, they would have had to take him off.
No, Mark Wildman would never have done that because he respects those fungoid dudes too much. Yeah, he'd never do that. To Destruction Card 2016 hashtag. He'd never do that, and I believe in him.
So you got the Moon Prodder giant squig option. Then you've got the double cutters. You've got the giant cutter. You've got the cutter and the shield option. So you've got loads of different options for what you want your
Moon Clan war boss to be. I just want 6. Just running around. So
it's all about shamans at the moment, really, in the Moon Clan, I think.
Yeah, it is. They're really good. There's some people in the chat, SM Battle Reports, and Sanice, by the way, who won a captain competition last week. Don't forget, in November, there's a new captain competition. You'll win a box of models, knocking around. Sanice, you're getting a box of Hellstriders of Slanesh. All right. We're going to pick a box of models. So if you, while we're talking, or you want to do a screen cap and do a funny picture, or Sanice won it because he did a hilarious JPEG picture of Nathan being chased by a giant jet, which made me chuckle.
Oh, I love that one. That was great.
Yeah, and also don't forget your audience. Make sure you tailor the pictures to make me, the judge, chuckle the mostest. And so doing it with my friends will make you much more likely to win. Hi, Par UK. I hope you're well. Rice says, Bat Squigs, so Grot's just getting Warrington Batman suit. Oh, my God. There's fucking loads of people in Dave. There's so many people in the chat room.
With their capes and everything. Like,
Bat Squig!
Because I'm Batman.
Because I'm Squigman. Because I'm Squigman.
No.
Squigman! The Adventures of... maybe that's what we should change the Monday show to. It should be Squigman and Chronic. I don't know. We'll have to take a vote on who is going to be Squigman, but whatever. Whoever you want it to be. Anyway, Moon Clan, going to be great. I'm sure there'll be a bunch of very misleading community articles going up sometime soon. And then we'll get the actual Battletoad. And I'm sure we'll hear some fantastic reviews where everything is amazing in the Battletoads. And then we'll actually all get the book and we can be like, oh, that's sad. But can I tell you, I've never been so... I went to around the museum a couple of weeks ago at Games Workshop.
Oh, yeah.
And I looked at the old black coach. And then I looked at the new black coach.
Yeah.
And then I was like, that is so amazing, the new black coach. And then imagine the black coach, like that level of upgrade, but happening to all the Moon Clan. I mean, we've seen from the Warhammer, from the Shadespire bands, right? Like, we're getting an idea of what they're going to look like. Mm. They're very detailed.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the nice things about, like, just Grots is they're not that detailed. The actual, like...
Yeah. The standard infantry, they're actually quite a cool kit. The plastic infantry, I like it. Obviously, I've been going back over my stuff. That's pretty cool. The expressions on their faces and stuff is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not. They're not like hard or horrible things to paint. Actually, you can paint loads of them. It's alright, I reckon.
So do you want to tell people, some people don't know this, by the way, and this goes back to the very dark ages of the start of Age of Sigmar, but there's a very interesting little fact that almost no one knows about. It's the same for Saurus Guard as well. So, because someone's asking what's the etiquette for netters. So if you were to buy a box of 20 grots currently.
No, I was wrong. I thought there were 4 netters in the box. There's 3 netters in a box. In a box of 20, and that's how many you're supposed to have in a unit.
There were 3?
Yeah.
Oh my God, Nathan, I've been lambasting for years.
Yeah, me too.
I trusted you completely.
I thought there were 4.
What the hell?
There we go, yeah.
So there's 3 per 20?
Yeah.
So then if you were to take every unit of 60, you could have up to 9 netters.
9 netters.
And the reason they're so strong is because units within 3 inches of a netter, or models within 3 inches of a netter.
No, 2 inches of a netter.
Models within 2 inches of a netter are -1 to hit. Which, obviously, Donal, as an example, has been making great effect with the Troll Hag as an ally. So what me and Nathan are going to do next week, because it's very exciting, I think there's a couple of shows we need to do, realistically. One is we need to do a show about Seraphon. Because looking at the stats today, the Seraphon dudes are getting their asses kicked. Apart from in Poland, where there was a fella who went 5-0 using just Razordons. Not just Razordons, but it was a Razordon heavy list.
Yeah.
But I think the whole Seraphon community, we just need to have a powwow. Yeah? You, me, the Twitch chat, the Seraphon crew. We just need to be like, look, bros, what's going on? And they're like, Ripidactors aren't killing shit. It's like, well, we've got to go somewhere else. We need to rethink this pie. That's what I think. I don't know if you agree.
Yeah. You can't. I don't think you can be relying on the Ripidactors to be doing all the heavy lifting.
Not anymore.
They've got a role, and it's not going out deleting units.
No,
that's not their role.
No, I think it needs like one of them like sober conversations where we just all sit down and it's like, look, we're all having a real tough time. Yeah, you know that chat you have in the morning. You and your mates have had a massive night out. You've all woke up together and you said, "Do you want to get some food?" And you're like, "Oh, do you want to get some food?" And then you look at each other, you go, "We probably should do less of this in the future." Yeah. That's
You've had too many nights out with Mark Wildman.
Yeah, far too many. And you.
Yeah, I have.
Right, see what the guys in the chat are saying. Lots of gobos seem safe, unlikely they're replacing perfectly good plastic kit.
Yeah.
And then the Nightfall Band are a beauty to paint.
Yeah. Those squigs are great. And the herder. Yeah, the herder in there is fantastic. Really, really cool. The dude with the brazier and
they're all good.
The brand.
They're all good. You realistically, when you come to the Battletome review, Scrunty Hugh, thanks for subscribing. Thanks to everyone who subscribes and everyone on Patreon. You guys are the bestest. Not long, Nate, until both Crimbobo. So, exciting news. This is in the middle of everything we're saying. I know I'm jumping topics a lot. But we're in the middle of Crimbobo's coming up. So, you've got the Age of Sigmar. So, you've got live coverage from Nathan, me. Dispossessed Dan's flying over from Australia to do live coverage. Chuckabutty and John. A bunch of other people are helping out.
Yeah.
I think Nikos and Tom are coming to help out as well. So some excellent live coverage from a competitive Age of Sigmar event in a couple of weeks.
Cool.
It's also the launch of our secret project, which is boltingly scary. And then into December, we've got the League of Nights for 40k, which is really exciting for the Sport Gamer. But then we go into live coverage from CanCon, Sheffield Slaughter, LCO, Bobo later in the year, Six Nations, Blood Tithe, Warlords event over in Ireland, right? And that's it so far. That's a
fair whack of.
It's a fair whack of fucking awesome shit. I'm so excited. And imagine if Nathan, I'm gonna get my balls out. I'm ready for this. Imagine if we get to commentate over a Grot army battling for the final place of the tournament. Cool. Cool. Yeah. You and me just sat there completely impartial. Yeah. Someone's like, "We got Sylvaneth." Like, that's great. Like, you guys go ahead. I mean, we'd have to probably like get another person in because it would be unfair, our level of coverage, I think. Unless they were shit. Unless that Grot player was shit and then we're just cussing him for making the Grots look bad.
Yeah. I have to make it so that one of us is playing the Grot army. Yeah.
You're going to play one?
Tournament. That would be cool.
Dead Wilded, thanks for subscribing. That's great of you. I don't know what the guys are saying in here. Just played against 2 units of 60 grots with nets at a tournament. So brutal, I barely made a dent, says Matat. So going back to that conversation, you've obviously got grots, you've got the -1 to hit bubble, you've got the Troll Hag.
Yeah, the Troll Hag, the Troll Hag's Curse, Geminids, loads of different sources of -1 to hit.
Yeah, so you could either make 2 units -1 to hit by spells and then -1 to hit from the nets, or you could just stack all of that onto one particular unit and just neuter them, which very, very viable.
Yeah, well, quite often you can attack with the Troll Hag. She's -1 to hit. She can cast her Curse. Probably chuck some Geminids in. Make sure there's some Netta stood next to her. And just people aren't hitting her.
I think so. So not only do we need to have that adult conversation with the Seraphon group, just all of us together, one room, one love, nothing but love in that room. There's no judgment. There's a lot of guys just talking it through. We're also going to need to have a conversation about what allies. So obviously, what allies you can take from MoonClan currently. Now, obviously, we don't know what the shape of the battle tome is going to be, but things like the Troll Hag are already a really good ally that we can think about. And we don't know if things like Spiderfang are going to go in that army as well. Maybe they are, but we could talk about them being allies. So we could talk about we could do the allies bit ahead of time, which I think would be quite clever.
Yeah. Well, it'd be interesting to see if they have maybe some buddy battalion type things with Spiderfang and get them all.
Oh, what like the Beast Herd, like the Beast of Chaos one.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Oh baby. All right, let's move on from
wish listing.
Wish listing. So this weekend, Nathan, there was a large Age of Sigmar event in Derby, as well as a 40k event won by the AOS Gamers' very own Tom Layton.
Oh.
Congratulations,
Skills.
Tom. Yeah, mad skills. He took Eldar and just beat everyone all day long. And then, so Age of Sigmar event, there was 166 players, so a really big event, which is excellent. 2 Legion of Magical players. There was a giant corn dragon taken by Sir Flukes himself. There were, in fact, I've got the stats. Do you want to hear some cool shit?
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me get that hot stuff. There were 8 Daughters of Cain players, 8 Idneth players, 2 Legion of Asgore players, 2 Clan Scryer players. Whoever you are, go you. And they did quite well. One of them won 4 games. No, that's not true. 2 of them won 3 games. Bone Splitters, Ian Spink, all on his own, 3 wins. Smashing it. Yeah.
Solid.
Phoenix Temple went down their very first recorded only 3-win tournament.
Oh, yeah.
Brought the stats down for the whole fucking team, which is sad. Sylvaneth, there were 10 Sylvaneth armies, with 4 of them getting 4 wins. Just no one able, bridesmaid, not the bride, bridesmaid, not the bride, just not able to jump that 5th win. I don't know why. Just a high hurdle, and they've only got 2 rooted on the ground, aren't they?
Yeah. Stuck in their ways. Interesting. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Big. So the chat that you had with Laurie the other day. So that was mainly Sylvaneth.
That was only Sylvaneth, big Sylvaneth chat. Laurie actually said in that chat, he said I can win Blood and Glory this weekend, but I'm not going to because then Sylvaneth might get nerfed points wise in the future. So he says I'm always going to go and win 4 games. Don't want to win 5.
Okay.
Yeah, because and he's just doing that. He's in the Sylvaneth chat. He's like, I don't want to do it. From all my Sylvaneth bros out there. So I think that was a bold move on his part.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's fair, right?
Yeah.
I was like, well done, Laurie. There were 32 Legion of Nagash armies. So that was 19%, almost 20% of the entire field was Legion of Nagash armies. Crazy, right? Don't want to say about that. 2 Hosts of Sinesh, creepy weirdos. 11 Blades of Corn army, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
2 Destruction, Mixed Destruction, sad. 6 Mixed Order. 20 Stormcast Eternal armies. 12 Maggotkin. Only 4 Zinch armies, eh?
Fuck those guys.
Fuck those guys. I wonder at what point during Age of Sigmar's timeline we forgive Zinch.
I don't think that will ever happen.
Beasts of Chaos, there were 4 of them. There were 6 flesh eater courts. Do you know flesh eater courts? 2 players, Bill and the rest of the USA ETC team. I'm not saying anything about Age of Sigmar in America, but either Bill is a genius, as is his compatriot, and I do believe that because he seems like a smart fella, or flesh eater courts have won 2 tournaments 5-0 in America back to back past couple of weeks.
Wow.
And I honestly am like, how?
Well, I think they do all right, especially with the objective play, because there was they did all right at Bobo. Luke did okay with them, and then
Luke
also
Whitehead,
yeah,
he's a freaking Warhammer genius.
pretty sure they've won a one-day up in Liverpool as well. With that, Jack Spencer's won a one-day with them in Liverpool. So.
Go.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'm willing to be wrong. Also, hi Joe. Joe's here. That's nice. Joe's getting married soon. How's something down? Yo. I only come here to hear Nathan say fuck. Fuck. Zango Jack Zangos is all I have left. So Zango Jack, bless him. Bless his little heart. There were 4 mixed chaos forces. There were 8 Nighthorn armies, taking death armies all the way up to 40 out of 160, which is crazy, right? Oh, I suppose especially of course you had that in 46. Wow, a third were from the Death Allegiance. That's crazy, right?
That's good.
There were no Wanderers armies. There were no Free People's armies. There were no Dispossessed armies. I'm so sorry. No Draconis, no Darkling Covens, no Order Serpentis, no Slaves to Darkness, no Bray Herds or War Hordes, 0, and this is going to shock you, Tamarkan's Horde. 0 Muklag Grots. 0 Gutbusters and Spider-Fan Grots. Obviously that's based on Allegiance, so there were some units. There were 8 Iron Jaws players, Nate. Do you want to know what their match win percentage was? 8. 8 of them.
What, so how many, what?
So how many matches did they, like, what's their win percentage? Like, if you play 5 games, how many of those are you, like, going to win?
They'd be struggling to get 50%, I should think. Yeah.
They were. They struggled to get 25%.
Wow.
Because they got 23%. One of them won 2, and the other 7 won 1.
Oh, boys.
Boys! That's wildly bad. How do you feel about that?
Fucking hell. That's harsh. That's harsh. Come on, guys.
Come on, guys. Come on, Nate. You're a lot of people in the destruction community have got a lot of love for you. You know, whenever they talk about scoring objectives, they call it scoring the gold. So, you know, they need some help from you. What can you think?
Get them blood tooths up there and bash the fuck out of people.
I wouldn't event with Iron Jaws this year. ACMR 2. I mean, it was throwing skulls. It was like kicking kids. But it was still great.
Narrative. How many best sports votes can you get event? Yeah, it was good.
I got all of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you. Sprint MD, happy to see the Excel sheet from earlier didn't replace today's stream. No problem at all. Nathan needs to be champion either Dispossessed or Iron Jaws, apparently.
We need to play some tournaments, it sounds like.
Also, Fluxy wasn't at Blood and Glory, he was at Aegon. Yeah. And then Korg86, I was one of the guilty Iron Jaws players. He just sat there painted like, oh no, don't talk about me. I'm so sorry. That's got to be really harsh for some players now. They like take their tournament and they're like, they're playing at the tournament and they're like, oh no, I don't want to listen to Monday's show. Please don't mention my faction. Don't put me in the stats.
It'll be on a pie chart or a Venn diagram.
It'll be like in those, in the crime, where you've got the witness and he's in like the shadow. He's like, it was a Saturday, but the dice were cold.
Yeah, all granular and a funny voice thing.
Yeah. Hi, Nice Al. Hope you're doing well. Can I ask a rules question? It's regarding the rerolls for modifiers. Does the community just ignore this? No, we've all started to use it. If that helps you out. We used to ignore it.
Yeah.
And they got brought up the 40k and they're all like, alright.
Okay, we'll play the rules then.
Huh?
We'll play the rules then.
OJ says, "Don't be a stat fucker," and then Korg says, "I was too sober. I was sober too, and still lost the games." Shit. Don't worry, Korg. We understand that. B-Score Raiders also. There were 2 B-Score Raiders, and they only got a 30% win rate. So, Pestilence Force, 3 of those, and one of them got 3 wins. Kharadron Overlords, though, there were 4 Kharadron Overlord players, and one of them got 4 wins, and then the other 3 got none.
Got no wins at all.
No wins at all. What? No, that's not true. Sorry, there were 4 Kharadron Overlord players, and they all got 3 wins.
Oh, okay.
That's what I mean. Yeah. Sorry about that. I'm new to being a stats wizard, and the answer is I'm not.
Just pulling numbers.
But you know, worldwide, Legions and that Gash are now the most used army competitively. 1-pin Stormcast, which is pretty fascinating, right?
Yeah.
Because people have.
Well, I mean, they are effectively 4 factions, aren't they? There are 4 factions there, really, aren't there? There's the Legions of Nagash.
Well, it's not really, because it's more
Sacrament,
like... No, I wouldn't say it's like that. I'd say it's the same
Blood.
as... Wouldn't you say it's the same as, like, the Sylvaneth Warscroll battalions? Or it's even just like the barracks from, what they called? Because it's basically... The Legions...
Yeah, but then they have different abilities.
Yeah, but they're basically 3 Warscroll battalions with
I guess the
different generals here.
Yeah.
They're not 4 factions, I wouldn't say that. Because it's all this... Because those 4 factions are all using the same fucking thing. 30 Grimgas Reapers.
Most of them are Legions of Sacrament anyway.
Most of them are Legions of Sacrament. I mean, there are some Nagash builds doing quite well as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, Legions of Sacrament came first. Russ got Legions of Sacrament. Joe came second with Legions of Sacrament.
Yeah. Legions of Blood is also doing really well, eh? So Blood, Sacrament, and Nagash. Come on, Legions of the Night, guys.
You're really doing shit, Legions of the Night, guys. You're letting everyone down. Oh, wow. Yes. So, hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. We did say at the top of this show, I've been working really hard on this stats video. And so me and Nathan haven't prepped anything. Zero preparation. So there's loads of you here, which I love. Next week, we're going to fucking smash it. Nathan, you ready for next week?
I'm not ready for this week. How am I going to be ready for next week?
You make a really solid point. I don't know. So we're now into, big congratulations to Russfield winning the Blood and Glory tournament. He must be very chuffed.
Skills.
Yeah, big skills. Take measure skills. And then we got our ask, and to Joe, and Best Sports was won by someone. Probably Laurie Hogan Wild. That's not who it was. Joe's also fantastic. I got to play him at the beginning of this year. I really rate him as a gamer, so unsurprisingly he came
the guy that came second.
Yeah. Zyko, thanks very much. Yeah, the guy that came second. And then third was...
some other undead dude.
Yeah, someone else with Legions or something. Was it Tony Moore? Has he gone back to Dead Dudes?
He has gone back to Dead Dudes, but he didn't come third. I'm pretty sure it's something else. But then I don't fucking... That thing that they were using.
Nathan, apparently... we've had a request which we're going to write down, and this is going to be something we're going to do immediately after this show. Nathan, we've been asked to write motivational speeches for the bottom factions. So let's do it. Let's pick a bunch of the bottom factions because this is excellent TV. Let's do this right now. The bottom factions. So the first one is Ironjaws. So Nathan, we need a motivational speech for Ironjaws.
Well, I'm supposed to just make some shit up.
Huh? Hold on, I'll help you out.
Yeah.
No problem, I've got this. Motivational speech for Ironjaws. I don't know why I'm writing Ironjaws into Google as if that's ever gonna... So I reckon you should say, Nate, say, it may not happen immediately, but just trust that in time, it absolutely will happen. But in an orc voice. But don't break the mic.
Okay. It may not happen immediately, boys, but it'll happen when we bash them.
Go on, high jaws, fellas.
Bash 'em.
Go on. You could get 2, maybe 3 wins at a tournament. Yeah, you guys could do it. I believe in you. And then next up, I'm not. Oh wow, Wandering Rogue. That's great, Nathan. For the dispossessed faction, I'm not angry. I'm just dispossessed. That's it. That's it. Me and Nathan off camera are going to do a bunch of motivational speeches for all the factions because I've only just bloody noticed my little lizard bros. There were 4 Seraphon players, Nath.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this is triggering me. And one of them got 4 wins. Mad love and respect. I think that was Carlito, but I might be wrong. And then 2 of them got no wins.
Oh dear.
But Lee Bromley was probably drunk.
I don't think he was playing Seraphon.
Was he?
No, he was playing Dead
Flesh Eater Course?
Yeah.
Oh. And
no,
then,
in fact, I think he had Arcan. He was probably playing Sacrament.
yeah, but Seraphon have got a 25% win rate of Blood Glory.
Okay.
How crazy is that? And I think they should be winning tournaments. Am I wrong?
I don't think so. I think they can win tournaments as well, yeah.
Mm.
So, yeah, they need a motivational thing. How about optimism is the faith that leads to achievement. Nothing can be done without hope and confidence.
Who's this for dispossessed?
No, for fucking Seraphon.
Say it again.
Optimism is the faith that leads to achievement. Nothing can be done without hope and confidence.
That's it. Let's jump in all them WhatsApp. Let's jump in all those WhatsApp groups later. Yeah, and just drop them all down.
Drop these bombs.
Night's Owl. I'm gonna try and prefix what I say next with love you loads. It's a great question. It's a healthy question, and we'll try and Nathan. I'll ask you it. Watch Nathan's face. If you can watch the screen, yeah, just watch Nathan's face. Nathan, could this be just that the better players gravitate towards the stronger armies, or the lazier players? That's probably my description. Yeah. Are Seraphon doing worse since they lost their favourite game to play? They are, Speckles, you prick. Yeah? Why is he in there asking questions? Yeah? He knows. You don't mention it on the Honest Wargamer. We don't have anything that's off the table apart from one thing, and that is the Starseer. We don't talk about the Starseer on the Honest Wargamer. It's rude. Nathan, it's rude. Don't talk about it.
I didn't say anything about it. Stupid thing.
Triggered me. Too soon, Speckles, that's right. That's too goddamn soon and you know it. Just everyone, there's just a whole bunch of Seraphon players at home squeezing their frogs really hard as their stress relief. That's what they do. Just squeeze them. Yeah, so we've done motivational speeches. Solid. Yeah. So what did you think of the event from the outside, Nate? Looking in, because we didn't go, obviously.
Yeah. I was a bit sad I didn't go, but such is life.
Same.
It looked good. Yeah.
It
Looks like a great venue. It's just nice to play Warhammer, so it'd be great to. Yeah.
Always great to play Warhammer. Always. So yeah, I'm sure the people, even Korg sat there, just painting his next Iron Jaws unit like, leave me the fuck alone. Yeah. I bet you had a great time. So, you don't have to win. Like, that's not the key part.
Yeah.
Like, go and enjoy yourself. It's just a friendly game, isn't it? So Silverleaf is the only really strong ranged army yet Wildwood's block line of sight. Nice work, Games Workshop, question mark. No, Silverleaf are not the only strong ranged army. Because not Caradon Overlords. Chaos Dwarves are fucking got some badass range to them. They've just got little legs. They've got short range, which is the strongest range. That's what I tell my girlfriend.
Everything happens really close.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You want to be close to the action, not far away.
Yeah, when you shoot them guns.
Yeah, exactly. What would you think is the best shooting army in AC Mile at the minute?
Probably Squig Gobbers.
Correct. I'll take that for £10. Yes. Did you get a chance to get over the new Battle Forces saving on the Daughters of Cain seems solid. Oh my god. So Games Workshop at Christmas Day are releasing Battle Forces. So they're just kind of, they're like the starter boxes, but bigger.
Yeah.
And you get more stuff for, I think, cheaper than you would if you bought them separately. So quite cool, great Christmas gift, obviously, and a kind of cool jumping point into a Star Army, I'd say. There's Daughters of Cain one. Triggered.
Nice. What's in there?
Just some witch elves and a cauldron of blood. And probably a hag. Exactly everything you could ever want. I don't know if there's any Doomfires in there, but...
Should be some snakes.
Some snakes.
Snake ladies.
Yeah. Snake ladies. Yeah, so that's cool. Like, you seen any of them? You excited? There's I have a Thekin one that isn't just 14 eels. It's got like 3 sharks in it. And I was like, who's buying that?
4 sharks.
4 sharks. Any questions from the chat? That's it. That's all I got. There's a tournament at the weekend. Grots are coming out, and I'm very, very excited. What, you got anything? I've done the stat show.
Yeah.
I've done some stats.
That's it. There you go. It's fireworks now.
It's fireworks time. No, not really. As you heard at the top of the show, me and Nathan, we've been working hard and hardly working.
Yeah.
Has anyone got any other questions for us before we head off? We're very sorry. It's not meant to be a short show. Next week it will be a long, deep show. This is a quickie. Not intentionally.
Just
After Effects has fucked us. Yeah. It was the first tourney with secondary objectives day. And I think all 3 of the people at the top all had secondaries, so it had to go to a third tertiary again.
Okay. And so what were the tertiary ones?
No one knows. Some people say it was strength of schedule. Some people say it was kill points. No one knows.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was all done on the BCP app, but no one knows. I don't think anyone knows.
Does the app not say?
Yeah, no, it was still decided on kill points.
Kill points. Right.
So, so the first time in the world, Games Workshop introduced secondaries, and they have no bearing on the impact of the game.
Yeah. But I mean, so you just got extra points if you got the secondaries, but you didn't get points for like stopping your opponent getting secondaries and stuff like that.
No. So because that used to be our old system, right?
Yeah.
So like currently the secondaries were, if you achieve your secondary, you get 3 points, but you don't gain anything if they're worth 6 points. So 3 points if you got yours, and 3 points if you stopped your opponents getting theirs. That would be cool, and that would be a lot more swingy, and that would really help define the game.
Yeah.
But no, it's just 3 and 3. So maybe something to look at in the future. Because we used to play with 5 secondaries, didn't we? And I really like that system.
Yeah. I think there were 5.
There were 5.
6.
Was it 6?
They were based on those other ways you could win games, weren't they? Yeah, but it was cool.
It was very cool.
Yeah. The secondaries thing was good. So definitely be interesting to see. I think I've got a friendly pickup game coming up in the week. I'm going to see if he wants to play with some secondaries. So it'd be cool to see how, like for a one-off game, I might just roll for a secondary and just. Yeah.
That would be fun.
See how it goes. Because I've not had a chance to play with these new.
No, same. Didn't have them at the doubles. I got to say though, I think Age of Sigmar would be even better with not secondaries but seconds, like used to have in old school dueling.
Get somebody else to come and do it for you.
Just so you that middle game on the Saturday, you just go, do you know what? I know for a fact I can beat this army. I don't have to try too hard. I'll get the second in. I'll have a 2.5 hour break. Yeah, in you come. Yeah, get in your small Sherpa boy or whatever it is you're using as your second. Comes in, plays your game. Also, can accept duels on your behalf. Also, why are matches between 2 players called grudges and not duels? Why are grudges is not anywhere near as cool as a duel. I'm just saying. Because that would be fun, like offering each other out on Twitter. I challenge you to a duel of Warhammer.
With love.
Yeah, but you just say it online. You're going to challenge someone online for a duel. I want to play someone. I want to play AD Mac. I've never played him. I'm going to challenge him on Twitter. And then when he reads it in 3 weeks, when he gets it through a fax or whatever he uses. Yeah, what do you think?
Yeah. Could call it a duel. I guess grudges because obviously everything revolves around dispossessed. So there you go.
They're the worst performing dwarves. In fact, Fire Slayers, I think, are the worst performing dwarves.
Which is a surprise again. I don't understand it. But then,
because they should be really good.
I reckon they should be.
I think they should be really
sweet.
good. Yeah. And Rasarilla, I challenge you, Robbie, to a duel. 5 round Swiss on 160 players means you get a lot of people on equal points, says Gob Rugda. And I agree, you do. And that's why, realistically, you should have thought of that ahead of time.
Were there any Fire Slayer armies at Blood and Blood?
Let me just check my
on
sheet.
Your sheet of numbers.
The silence is excellent.
La 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 la.
No, but I like it.
Hi-ho.
There was
One
one Fire Slayers player. Guess how many they won, Nathan, and to everyone in the chat.
3.
Everyone in the chat, what's your guess? You're sticking on 3. Want to phone a friend?
No.
Yeah. Want to call anyone?
I don't know who it was, so I'm not going to call him.
Hello? Are you playing Fire? Just ring everyone right now. Hello? Are you playing Fire? No. All right, I'll call you back. So Liam Jordan says 1. Splint MD says 2. Night Owl says 2. Herodish says 3. All of the stats, by the way, are available on our Facebook page. We put all the the sheets done by LLV all on our Facebook page if you want to check them out.
I'll let you know now then.
And the answer is 3. Correct, Nathan. You smashed it. This is why you're on the show. Evening, Chris. Hope you're well. Serbator, who's in the chat, he's going to come on the show tomorrow. Do some painting with me. He's an excellent painter. Muchos gracios.
He's going to come paint you. He's going to paint remotely.
He's going to paint you.
Send the image.
He's going to paint you.
Oh, okay.
He's going to paint some models you. I was next to Fire. Warful says I was next to the Fire Slayer guy at one game, and he was bemoaning his life decision.
What, playing Fire Slayers?
Yeah.
It's not a bad decision.
They could do really well.
I think so.
Do you want to tell people why? Tell them about the shield, or do you not want to tell them? Is it a secret?
No, I don't mind telling
Tell people.
I think with the rule of 1 gun, the Forge Brethren Battalion, I think it is, where they can build, give people +1 save, you can stack that now on units.
You can.
It's horrendous. On a unit of Volkites with basically a 2-up armor save, or 1-up armor save.
What about on a
re-rolling?
unit? What about on a unit of eels that you've also stuck Shield of Thorns on, and then you just charge first turn?
No, you can't charge and use it.
What do you mean?
You can't carry the shield with you.
Or you have to stand still?
No, you can walk, but you can't charge stuff.
So if you get given +1 save, you can't charge?
No.
What use is that then? Dryads then. Put it on Dryads and just stand them on all the objectives on the board.
Yeah. I don't know if you can put it on other races, but it's fine. You just put it on Volkites. They get re-rollable. If you want, you can cast Shield of Thorns on them. Alliance and fucking Sisters of the Thorn. You'd have to become mixed order then, rather than Fire Slayer. But, yeah.
So you can put a unit of Volkites with +3 save, reflecting mortal wounds on 3 pluses, just sat on an objective.
Yeah, so they got 5. They come with a 5-up, don't they? So that would go down to a 2-up save.
Reflecting mortal wounds on a 3-up because of Shield of Thorns.
Yeah, in a mixed order.
In a mixed order army, or just on their own, just 2-ups.
Yeah. They would have 2-ups. If you had a Battlesmith, you could make them re-roll that, and then they've obviously got the 4-up ward save as well.
Because they removed the rule of 1, didn't they?
Yeah.
So you can just have multiple of the same +1
buff. That buff stacking thing that you can do.
Yeah, buff stacking. Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, you can make a really tanky unit. But then the shooters are good anyway, shooting.
I'm not against dwarves. I like dwarves. I'm running dwarves at the minute.
And with the runes as well.
I've got my own fire dwarves, buddy. Yeah, and they're kicking face.
Yours are imaginary.
Mine's real as shit.
Half of them are cows. Or half of them are cows.
You've laughed at yourself too much at that one. It's usually me that laughs at himself. Oh dear. Right, everyone on the Twitch chat, you guys are fantastic. Everyone on the podcast, we're back next week with a bumper show. Yeah, there'll be advertising, there'll be all sorts. It's going to be wonderful. What have we learned this weekend from Blood and Glory? Unsurprisingly, Legions of the Gash, using the command point to get units back, is really good. Does it need looking at? Yes. Will it? Who fucking knows?
Now, we do an FAQ thing in January, aren't we? Like
yeah, FAQ in January. But it's not an FAQ, because an FAQ would be you ask a bunch of questions and then they answer the questions. What it'll be is a game patch. So we need to unfuck ourselves from the Games Workshop lingo, because they're like, we're doing an FAQ, and I'm like, none of these are questions that I've asked. Yeah, and there probably will be some.
There'll be some questions, but then there'll be a load of modifications as well, where they try and, like you say, like a game patch thing, I guess.
Yeah. So currently we're in season 2 of Age of Sigmar, and then there was AOS 2 season 2, right? So AOS 2, and then what we've been in is we're in 2. So there was the initial game release 2.0, and then obviously there was doing all the Grot Terrorists did 1 billion damage, and Darren summoned 4,000 points a turn, so they skippered that shit. Yeah, and Croak just annihilated units, so they're like, we probably should have thought about this ahead of time. So then now we're in Age of Sigmar 2.1.
Okay,
yeah, that's right. I'll do a timeline for this. I'll do a timeline so people understand. So we're now in Age of Sigmar 2.1, and then obviously there's going to be Age of Sigmar 2.2 in January. So that's how to get it in your heads. It's not an FAQ. 2.1, 2.2.
Yeah, but that's unlikely to alter points and war scrolls really so much as just change rules slightly.
So the way it's been done in 40k is they've changed core mechanics. Like, I would say that 40k has actually been several editions over the course of the past year and a half. There was like, you can't deep strike now into your opponent's turn, then you can't deep strike at all. Like, there was such a variety of changes.
So it's more core rules that they're going to be looking at.
I don't know.
With, rather than points and stuff, because they don't normally change points and stuff. That happens in the General's Handbook.
That happens in the General's Handbook. Yeah. And as far as we're aware as a community, the General's Handbook won't change until its yearly cycle. But Games Workshop haven't made any announcement as to whether or not they're sticking to that, whether they're going to mess about with it. Like, it would seem like if I have to deal with eels for another year, that's a lot. Like, another 8 months. That's a long time to be dealing with those fuckers. But,
just make it so that they can't fly when you charge.
How do you do that?
Just like what they did in 40k, isn't that what they did in 40k?
Oh yeah. They'll just take the fly keyword off it. That won't upset anyone. I can't wait for Age of Sigmar guys with like Vampire Lords or Zombie Dragons being like, so you're telling me I can't fly over this unit? Yeah.
Walk.
The entire Age of Sigmar community just going, I refuse to listen to that rule. I refuse. Some war scrolls will probably get an errata like Croak last time. So imagine what happened just after Age of Sigmar came out. So that 0.1 patch will be the same in January. We might see some changes to the missions or possibly the realmscapes, but maybe we won't. I'm still not 100% au fait with playing in the realms.
Well, it's just a lot of rules, isn't it? So yeah.
Huh?
It's just loads of rules, that's all. They did FAQ some of the realm stuff, I guess, and some of them do need an FAQ, like with the shadow one where you can teleport and wander around after you've teleported and stuff.
I got a question for you. Based on like events coming in the future, would you want an event to specify whether or not A, they were using the realms? Obviously that's pretty important.
Yeah.
And then most importantly, would you want them to specify A, what rounds, what missions you're playing, because there are so many, and you could just get fucked by the fact like, oh, do you know what, it's all to do with heroes, I've just got a 5-wound character. Not a Daughters of Cain one that's impossible to kill, like a really tough one, like a dwarf. Would you want them to specify the missions and the realmscapes if they're using the realms? That's my question. Like, how much of a choice?
It would be, I guess. I don't know. There's an argument on both sides. If they keep everything in the dark, then you've got to try and build a really rounded army that can do everything, which is. But then but then you do want to. There are some realmscapes which are completely bonkers. You just don't really want them in the game at all. So, it would be better if they just went through, picked out the realmscapes that are fairly balanced, and then just said, these are the realmscapes that we're going to use if we end up in these realms. That would be cool.
Yeah.
The missions, I guess, less important, because the variety of mission does force you to take a more balanced army, and if you know that there's not going to be such and such a mission that would force you to be unable to deep strike or force you to have heroes and stuff like that, then you've got to build a more balanced army.
Yeah, but do you not think the complexity of combinations, it's very challenging to do that? Like, from a competitive setting. Like, I'll give you an example, like Legions and Nagash as an example. The ability to just bring back an entire 400-point unit for a command point, doesn't require, like, there are no negatives in any of the realmscapes, in any of the features, in any of the abilities that affect that. But, do you know what? I've got a spell that can cast 20 inches, so Skink Star Priest is still 20 inches to cast its spell. Yeah, like, and that's quite good because I've got I've worked it out, and like on these particular missions, I feel like that's quite good, that's quite useful. But now it's been reduced to 6 inches, and you're like, oh, that's actually massively impactful on my game, and I'm not picking. Poor Seraphon, you're not picking a particularly strong army based on the stats. I don't think those stats are representative of how they could do. Like, I think TO should be telling people ahead of time what they're going to be playing, so they can plan for it.
Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. I don't have a disagreement with that, particularly on the realmscapes. I think that TOs, if they're going to use realms and the realmscapes, they need to pick the realmscapes beforehand and let people know what they're going to be. Missions, I think, are less important, but the realmscapes are more.
Yeah,
because that's where some of the crazy stuff is. Yeah, and potentially some packs are limiting the number of spells you can use from the realms. That might be a cool thing as well. I don't know, but just need to let people know, really. I think definitely with the realmscape features, because they're the ones that can just alter a game really drastically from one way to the other.
Yeah, and I'm all for thinking on my feet, but realistically, having to play an army anyway is probably enough thinking on my feet for a game. If you were to take like League of Legends or Magic the Gathering, there's two competitive big games. They don't change the map on League of Legends, and they don't change the board round by round for Magic the Gathering. It's just, it's who you're playing and what they have is more impactful. But losing based on a realmscape or winning based on a realmscape,
I mean, that's the thing, is the realmscape features can actually make it so that an army will lose the game pretty much 9 times out of 10. So then, some factions are nearly unplayable in some of those realmscapes. So that's why they need to look at them beforehand and let people know, because the realmscape features are just too mental.
Yeah,
really.
They are. Mental is the right description.
Some of them are okay. They're all fun if you're just playing fun games. But if you're wanting it to be a semi-competitive thing, which is what people go to tournaments on the basis of, then you just got to try and use the ones that are less crazy.
I agree. Around the world, there's some people. At CanCon, largest Age of Sigmar event in the world, coming up soon, over in Australia, they have announced the realm with the scenario, and have told people that on the day they will use one of 3 realmscape features, and have told you which 3 could happen. So you know what scenarios you're going to play, but there might be 3 different types of realms. So that gives you, there's some variety, but also you can do a bit of planning, which is great, right?
Yeah.
Locally, here in Canada, says Jake the Almighty, they announce all the battle plans for the event in advance, and the realm is rolled for each round at the start of the round. So, real risky manoeuvres there.
Well, I mean, the realm tying to the battle plan is not. I mean, it can be impactful, sure, but it's the realmscape features is where the problem is.
Yes, that's agreed.
Yeah,
I agree.
Whereas the realms, most of the realms themselves are not too crazy. Well, other than beasts and shadow, fire
and metal man.
And
metal.
And
Woo! Donal, announcing the realms is way better. Having to read the spells leads to mistakes.
Yeah.
Flukesy said, what did Flukesy say? At Aegon, we had completely random realms plus scenarios. Naturally, round 2, I picked Gur and rolled double monsters. Oh my god, with a corn dragon on the board too. But if you play the same army for a year, you think less on your feet and become more instinctive or habit. For me, like, it benefits playing an army. Like, not chopping and changing your army is more useful to play in the... Like, if you throw more randomness into the situation, as in the realmscape's going to be random, the mission's going to be random, playing an army for over a year, I think, benefits that. Like, I'm like, okay, my army isn't variable. I understand my army and the stresses my army can take more, and now I can just take advantage. Like, I know, like, but there's no one, is there? I don't really have much use for the blades of fire from the realm of fire. It's not really that useful. I could stick it on Kadai, but they already do D3 damage. D3 damage plus 1 is obviously fantastic.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, but, like, I was like, I'd rather take the spells I've already got. Whereas that's why I think Legion of the Gash armies, especially Sacrament, are doing so good. They're there just like, okay, I'm going to cherry pick that spell, that one's great. And cherry pick spell, that one's great. And then, I don't know. I'm just going to say it, I'm still on the side of I just don't see why they're there. It just adds too much randomness to it. And it's especially hard for new players to just have like to
get into the game.
To get into a game and then to have a fair cop at a tournament, like even if we take like scenarios as an example. Now I don't want to throw anyone under the bus, but there was a particular gentleman who's an incredibly good sport, who was playing on the TV over the weekend, and then lost the scenario because he just forgot that if you owned all 4 scenarios at the end of the 3rd battle round, you lost the game. Right? Now, fair enough, he should remember that. Like, that's fair. But there's already 20 scenarios to remember. Like, and the win conditions of those 20 scenarios. And they're not that different from each other. Yeah. And they've all got janky names. So it's just like, well, okay, like Total Commitment and Scorched Earth. Which is the difference is that one's 9 inches on and you can't burn until the 2nd turn. Total Commitment, you can burn on the 1st turn. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, and then to throw in Realmscapes. Currently I'm on the side of no. That's my feeling. But, I don't really know why I'm trying to help new players. I just really want to. I just feel like it's a barrier for some people.
Yeah, I mean...
So I think the game's complicated enough.
Yeah, ideally you want it so that that people that you're always getting fresh faces, and people are going to be put off if they're looking at the game and thinking, well, that's fucking complicated as fuck, I wouldn't know where to start.
Mm. Yeah, which was always, I remember being at the very, very first South Coast GT, just screaming at Mark Wildman, being like someone being like, can you, it's like, it's 4 pages, mate, it's 4 pages, yeah, get it together. At that point it was already like 8 FAQs as well, but, it was 4 pages. That's always been the beauty of our game. Like, it's simple, but, like, it's deep, it's complicated. Like, all the War Scrolls, as our additions, have always been that elegant kind of, like, bonus bit. That's what I've always loved about it, that intricacy. And similarly, like, your minutiae of tactics with movement is always blown me away. You beat me several times because I forgot that something had a 3-inch range and a 6-inch pile in. Yeah, and you've been like, I can pile in there and attack that. I'm like, for fuck's sake. Yeah, like, and that's happened to me more than once, and that goes to show that there's a whole bunch of skill that you can develop. I don't know. Yeah. I'm not trying to push the point because I feel like I am pushing the point and I don't need to. Anyway, and in the chat, Bruce Hammer says make the spells random and only 1 spell per wizard. It's a good point. Mark Wildman says, Realm Spells, I hate to agree with Rob. At Blood and Glory, we don't really comp stuff, or we're trying out the box as much as we can. So my personal view is different to what I did at Blood and Glory. So there you go.
Yeah, I think, the fact that there's 6 spells available to all wizards, and it's just, plus then there's the realm spell, plus then there's the realmscape feature, and then the extra command abilities from the realm, and some of them have got 2 command abilities, and then you've got the endless spells to do different things in the realms. It's like, what the fuck is going on?
Look, you just got to make yourself a cheat sheet. That's like the key part. But having the tournament,
cheat
that's why I just asked you. Do you want tournaments to announce ahead of time?
Yeah.
Realmscapes at least, right?
Yeah. Realmscapes at least. But yeah, I mean, yeah.
Because then one studious fucking member of the group, can just be the hero, everyone's first favourite sports vote. Someone's like, hey everyone, I know we're all attending the same event. I've written the cheat sheet for all of the things. And someone goes, fucking absolutely top notch. You're not having to pay for a drink all weekend. Puts it on a Google Drive, gives it to everybody. Yeah. That's be that hero of your group. Yeah. Well, the theory is build a list to counter all scenarios. Impossible. Counter all scenarios, all realmscapes, and all armies all at the same time. Sure. It's not that game, mate. And when everyone talks about, well-rounded armies, which makes me laugh, they're always talking about Warhammer Fantasy Battle, like the last edition, where every dickhead and his mate would just roll 6 dice and just go, I purple sunned him! I'm the best at Warhammer! You're like, no, mate, you just rolled 6 dice. You're not a wizard. Yeah? Right, come on. Let's get out of here. Do you want to say anything last thing, mate? Some fun shit? Come on.
Fun shit.
Anything.
Something. Go and do some motivational speeches for your boys.
Well, to my Seraphon.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I need some Dalai Lama shit for my Seraphon. Okay, hold on. This is my Seraphon bros. Get ready. And I'm going to say, the goal is not to be better than the other man, but your previous self.
Life is 10% of what happens to you and 90% of how you react to it. Seeing as we're doing stats.
I'm going to turn in. Right. I hope you guys. I'm going to go and join every WhatsApp group in the world now, and then just only the poor performers. I'm just going to keep motivating them. This has been wonderful. Next Monday, you're going to have an amazing show. Me and Nathan are going to smash next Monday. Yeah,
all the time.
We're going to fucking rock it. You guys have been wonderful today. Big shout out to winners from the weekend. If you're playing this weekend or playing through the week, hope you have a great week playing Warhammer, whatever you do. If you've liked what we do, it'd be awesome if you go on Patreon, or awesome if you could subscribe on Twitch. But if you don't want to do any of that, tell your mates about it, share it, whatever you want to do. That always really helps us out. We have a couple of goals. At the end of this year, we're going to be the biggest show in the world. That's the plan. Yeah?
Yeah.
You ready for that, Nate?
Always.
You ready for all those people in a year's time? They're like, you guys are not prepared again. Yeah? You fucking pair of jokers. You're meant to be professionals. But yeah, showing with your mates, that would be awesome. Facebook pages, all that stuff, that would be excellent. Because we are crowdfunded, so we do everything for free for the community. So that's the point. So that's goal number 1. Goal number 2, hate to be like, I didn't say it, but you've got to say it. That's the point, isn't it? Mm. Goal number 2. What was the thing? What was the thing you say, Dave?
10% attitude, 90% what you do.
It's all it's 10%. It's 10% knowledge, 90% attitude. Yeah. Wait, what's up? What's the end of our? Yeah, we got a closing statement now. We have a thing that we say at the end of every show. What is it?
God loves a trier.
No, that's the old one. And the new one for season 2 is every army is a winning army.
Unless you're a knob.
No. For God's sake.
I can't remember it. I vaguely remember something about winning with an army, unless you're a coward or something.
There you go. And just quickly to quote Mark Wildman, he says, I'm not going to give you any money, and I'm going to actively tell my friends to stay away from this channel, which I think is just exactly what I want everyone to do. So, in the words of the Honest Wargamer, who is it be, by the way? It's all of us together. every army's a winning army if you stop being a coward about it.
Oh, okay.
Also, Grots are the best!